Hi, everybody. Today, I wanted to talk about our attachment to words and how to let those go. The Buddha said the root of all suffering is attachment, which is true. From my experience, that is true. So let's look at how we get attached to words. As infants, we don't know what words are. We hear our caregivers say the word with the thing over and over again so that we are programmed with that association between the word and the thing. Not only that, though, we associate memories and emotions with those words. And those are the attachments. We might think of the words with the most energy stored with them as our trigger words, a word that triggers that memory and that emotion within us, something like gun or abortion or hospital or even the word Trump. It is those attachments to the words that cause us suffering. Can you imagine how peaceful life would feel if we no longer had those attachments to the words? What if you were no longer triggered by something you thought or by something you heard someone else say? What if I hate myself or I hate Trump was no longer a trigger, but just simply a set of 3 words? I hate myself, or I hate Trump. They still have their associations. We know what they mean, but if we let go of the attachments to those words, they just become words. There is no longer any suffering there. What if the words that Trump says are simply designed to trigger you? And what if you let go of those attachments so that those words he says no longer trigger you? Well, that is possible, but it takes some determined effort. And we can't do it simply with our mind. We can't simply let go of attachments because the attachments live inside of us, inside our physical body. Yes, inside of our physical body, in the adhesions and the tension in our connective tissue. If we simply try and do it mentally, if we try and let go of those attachments, they haven't gone anywhere. They're still inside of us. So it takes more work than just mentally letting go of the attachments. We have to physically let go of them. And that's why it takes some work. We have to actually feel the attachments. We have to feel the energy, the emotion, the memories that are stored with those words, with those memories. And we have to feel them and give them enough attention that they will release and let go. And it can be done. As I said, it just takes some concerted effort to do that. And if you've heard me talk, you know I like to use a technique called EFT, which is a tapping technique. And that tapping, the physical act of tapping on these points on the body, releases the energy that is stuck in the nervous system around memories and events and words. So if we do that enough, we can let go of the attachments. There's also a deeper level of work that you can do, which is simply feeling the feelings. Can't always do that to begin with. I couldn't do it when I started this work. I had to do that EFT work to get rid of those big emotions. And then I became aware of the physical sensations of the emotions themselves. Because when we're feeling an emotion, there's physical tension in the body. And if we become aware of it, if we can become aware of it, then we can focus on it and feel it, allow it to be there, acknowledge it, accept it. It will release. But we can't always do that to begin with. And sometimes it's just so overwhelming, we can't actually feel it. There's too much resistance. So that's why this technique called EFT is so great, because it will actually bypass some of that conscious resistance that we have. So those 2 techniques together work great, and they can release the attachments to words and memories, and we can become peaceful. We can let go of that suffering, like the Buddha said, and become peaceful and live life from a place of peace, which to me is the ultimate goal of all this spiritual work, is to become imperturbable, which means you can go about life without being triggered. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.